Hello guys, welcome back to the end video series in which we are building some really comprehensive AI automation tools and AI agents. Um, and in this video, like in the previous video, we saw how you can navigate through the APIs, check whether something is natively integrated or it's something needs to be connected via the HTTP request method. You know what? The most beautiful thing in 2025, now that we're living in 2025, is the curl command. This is basically like ordering the DoorDash because if you have curl, you need not do anything else in the HTTP request. You just have to copy paste this and everything just magically fills up. So what this says is you have an URL, you have a URL which contains the endpoint of the website that you need to connect with, and then there's this authorization which is better, and you need to insert the API token, and then there's this data which is equivalent to the parameters that we would rather put in if you were to use the HTTP request traditionally. Data like query, who is Leo Messi? So this query would just go up and get searched on the internet. We can uh, also uh, we can also tweak a little bit of things like topic, search depth, max results. We can also just instead of general topic, we can write sports or science, etc. Depending on the type of query or prompt that you want to give. And search depth is basic for just superficial information that you need to know. The max result is one, which means that the HTTP request would just fetch one website containing some information about Lionel Messi. But if you just write three or five over there, you would have five sources instead of just one. Then there could be another tweaks or edits made, like days can be five, include answer can be false, etc. So this is perhaps the most concise way that you can edit the HTTP request fields and make it more according to what you want. So if you just go to our NIDM and write perplexity, well, there's this perplexity native integration, but let's not use this. We shall use the, let's pretend it does not exist. And we shall use the HTTP request node to set up the perplexity. So if so for those of you who don't know what a perplexity is, it's a chatbot just like ChatGPT, but more centric towards the web search. So if you just head towards the Perplexity Pro app, you would find there are many options over here which you can click. Whether it's finance, whether it's traveling, whether it's anything else, it's almost like Google search engine, but a chatbot integrated in it. So one of the best tools out there. And yep. So if you want to have Perplexity in this end without using the native integration, you need to go to Sonar Perplexity to get the API key. So yeah, one thing is if you want to use the API of whatever service of whatever tool that you want, it needs to have an API docs. As long as it has API docs, you're just fine with connecting it to the end-to-end service. Yeah, so this is the bare minimum requirement. But if there's no API docs, there's no way you can connect both of them. So even if there's no integration over here present, Like you can see, yep. So going back to Sonar by Perplexity, we see there is a curl command over here. Let's copy this. So by the way, this interface can be pretty intimidating for those who are not used to it. But once you get really accustomed with using API docs, you would be magically connecting any apps with the anyden that you want, and you would be limitless with what you can do. So here we copied the curl command for Perplexity, and when you go back to our anyden tool and import the curl command over here. Okay, so now you can see that all the fields are automatically filled. And here we have the JSON format of the key value pairs that we want. And there's this URL of the endpoint that we want to contact with. Authentication is set to none as of now. And all the parameters are filled in completely. Now all that we want is removing the token and placing the R API key. So if you just go to Perplexity, and then click on settings, you would see an option of API keys, and you would find one existing there. But before that, I would recommend you to add some payment method, or at least try to add it, and then you can cancel it again so that you can just get the access to this particular key. Now, when I just copy paste this key and execute the step to see if it's working. So like you can see, we just got a response back, and this is a verification that our API key is working. And in this video, we saw how you can connect the Perplexity API with the HTTP request. In the next video, let's see how we can tweak the details a little bit. These details, like body, reasoning effort, max token, etc., to customize the responses a little more and add some personal touch. So till then, take care and stay tuned. Let's see you in the next video.